How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is a much awaited one, trust me. We're going to be talking about how to do the hardest achievement in Fatal. By hardest I mean most time taking, pretty much. But as you can see, we have a new team ready to go. New season ready to go. We're going to be talking about things to do, like picking your squad, like tips and other stuff, in-game stuff, to help you get the 80 wins in a season achievement. And after all of it, not after all of it, in between, there is the most important thing, which is a much necessary glitch. So first up, with the team, obviously when you go in bronze, silver, non-rare gold, all of these things, pretty much with bronze you either want to go English or German. And whenever you're picking your first squads, make sure you're using your fatal picks, the orange ones first, so that you don't really have control over them, so you pick the best of what they've got. I've taken a risk over here, but you guys play it safe while building the squad. You guys got to take risks in game, not while building the squad. So while building the squad, go English or German. When you're playing bronze, make sure you guys preview every single player so that you know who's giving you the best chem, especially when you're on fatal picks, more than the fatal draft picks, other than the stuff where you can choose from your own collection. And with silver as well, pretty much stick to English. You can go, I think silver, pretty much you have to stick to English. Non-rare gold, you can transfer over to Spain slowly, because their defense and midfield is quite good with the Spanish players. In silver, also Italian, that's also a good nation to go with. They have quite a few good defenders and midfielders when you're looking at Serie A and Italian silvers. And the rest of it, rare gold and specials, it pretty much depends on you and what you get from your picks to see what happens. So squad building, that is pretty much it. And also base your stuff off of what you're going to get in the future as well. I'll talk about that when the time comes. We'll have another little segment of squad building. Now when it comes to the games, obviously once you have a decent chemistry squad, now I only have 4 defending options, as you can see, in Maldini and 2 other center backs and a goalie. But most of the times you're going to have at least 5 or 6 even defending options, and the attackers aren't going to be too many. So when you're playing with your bronze squad, obviously in the lower divisions, the AI probably uses his best cards at the start. So watch out for those. As long as you avoid those, you're good. And so let's say he's using his icon, there's no reason for you to use your icon in retaliation, because you never know, his icon could be better than yours. And always add up stuff, look at stuff. And remember that just matching the stats is not going to be enough. The overall stats also have to be higher. Take note of what players the opponent is using. You're mostly going to come across similar players, English, German, French, whatever they are. They're mostly going to be similar players. So in a good amount of time, you should pretty much be able to figure out which player is which, and always prepare for the worst, but also be ready to take risks. I know it sounds a bit contradictory, but it's pretty much based on your feeling. And always, this is very important, check out the team before you go into the match. Check out your opponent's team. Look at which player is off chemistry, look at which player is on full chemistry. All of that stuff, all of that jazz is also very, very helpful. I'm more of a guy who goes for late points towards the end, a late search kind of guy, but it depends on you, what you want to do. And always be calculated. Make sure that you have, players from all aspects, that is attack, control and defending towards the end, if you're like me, if you're a late search kind of guy. So like right here, I'll give you a good example again. Try and eliminate towards the end. Be smart and eliminate the players that you don't want to have in the end. So right there, I eliminated his midfielder by going for control with Maldini, because I realized I wouldn't have a defender once I used up my Maldini, and I didn't want to take a risk with attacking with my German player. But there you could see I controlled with my Maldini and I got the point, and then I attacked with my German midfielder and I got the point as well. And yeah, just like that, I got an easy dub. So pretty much simple mechanisms. But if you're going all out at the start, please do not risk it with your icon. You can go all out with the start, I don't mind, but please do not risk your icon, and make sure that you're using the best of your players right from the get-go. Right here, I just played safe, all of that jazz. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so back to back dubs. You can either use my playing style of late surges, or you can go with your own playing style of taking the points right at the start. It's all up to you, as I said. And now for upgrades, when it's your time to get them, when you're making upgrades, be careful and make sure you upgrade your fatal picks first, again, as always, and try and pick players that are going to help with your chem, and make sure you're putting in enough research for the other players you think well in advance, because right now I see Hernandez, I see he's German, and I see he's also in the championships. That makes him our best bet right there. Okay, so here's the real reason that most of you are here. As you can see, this is from a previous season. We were making our transition from gold to rare gold, and things didn't exactly go to plan. So I decided this is the right time to show you guys the glitch that I had very recently discovered. So all you have to do is swipe off the game, and as you can see, we're back to 0 games played, and we have an extra loss from before. We can just bring up the comparison right here. As you can see quite clearly, before the game we had 17 wins, 6 draws and 7 losses, and it still said play 0 out of 2. So essentially what this glitch does is it gives you a loss, but the game doesn't count, so you get to play the game again. So essentially you get to have another go to get a win. You can even use this when you're drawing. As you can see right here, 5-all, it would have been 5-all. So what I did was obviously go ahead and do that, because we can't afford to draw. If we draw, we're not getting a win. I know it's not as bad as a loss, and you're gonna get a loss instead of a draw, but it's completely worth it, because if you want to do this achievement, then this is a tool that you have to use, especially if you're in any other season apart from season 1. Season 1 you might be able to do it without this, but in seasons 2 and 3 you've got to have to use this. So yeah, it's very important, because you've got about 20, 40, 60, about 100 games, even if you are super meticulous with your upgrades and everything. But obviously you're going to get frustrated at times, and you're going to need to make a few extra upgrades. So yeah, keeping all of that in mind, this glitch is really helpful, especially if you're not in season 1. And another tip real quick that I wanted to give you is play without your internet on. Just watch a movie, listen to some music, but basically if you have the internet off, you'll not get ads, and you will be saving some time as well. So while mentioning the glitch, I obviously talked about the max number of games. 100 games you can actually have. That is the max number of games, and you need to get 80 wins. So obviously you clearly understand how important it is to use that glitch, so make sure you do that. Now here I decided to go a bit aggressive and take a risk. I was hoping I'd get Gamba at striker. That's why I went with the Argentinian. Obviously I could have gone with that Bundesliga player, so you guys do that. Play it safe is basically what I'm trying to say, because later on, as you'll see from the scores, it turned out to be a misery. Yes, I mean, most of them would have been draws, even the losses, but basically even you want to try and avoid the draws as well, so that you don't have to keep playing extra games. The glitch makes you play a lot of games. Trust me, if you're not playing too well, the glitch is going to make you play a lot of games. And again, here again, we have to use the glitch, and we do that real quick, obviously same as always, and we come back and we have 2 losses, as you can see. So now, as you can see, try and use the glitch as much as you can from the start, because as you can see here, I was a bit fed up, so I just decided to take a draw. At the start you're fresh, so that you can keep going, and every time you restart again, you're gonna be quite fresh and will be able to use the glitch. And if you're frustrated towards the end, you can always just take a draw or a loss sometimes, and never ever go for the double rewards, as you can see quite clearly, because what use is it? Because you're not going to be upgrading that often. This little clip I just put in to show you guys how bad my luck was. The picks, the players, everything was completely against me. I couldn't get chemistry. That's why I had so many losses, and obviously quite a few of them would have been draws. Okay, so little side note, I think we're gonna get a 10-0 win here. 2 achievements for the price of 1, but we've already completed the fatal 10-0 win, perfect match of achievement. You should go check out that video. I'll leave a card to it up here on how to do it. It's pretty easy. Yeah, a little side note, but as you can see, once I have chemistry on a team, I can do this stuff. Another quick little squad building tip: always save your fatal picks that are actually good for the team towards the end, and then upgrade them towards the end, because in that case, even if you get a fatal pick which is not favorable, you can change them up in the very next thing, and since I've saved up a lot of games, I decided I'll give my Modric some power by straight up upgrading with Correa and Messi, because I still have 40 games to go. even after I upgrade to a full red squad. I did make a bit of a mistake. It was supposed to be Messi and Correa the other way around. It's fine, nothing that we can do about it now. Just make sure that you keep that in mind. The fatal picks that are actually working for you, keep them towards the end, and then change them or upgrade them right at the end, because that way, even if they don't work, you can change them up ASAP. Okay, so we're right at the end. One final thing that we have to say is that your special team, make sure you have the best players possible. Try and get them chem, but sometimes chem doesn't even matter. As you can see, 93 chem. The losses have significantly come down, trust me. When I was going into the rare thing, you would have seen I had 45 losses or something. But since then, I have used my, games. I should have 4 games left now. Yeah, but as I was saying, I used my buffer games to take a few breaks and not do the glitch and everything, and now we're good. So you can see a squad with this chemistry clearly getting the wins, and we have got into another game, so that means we do get 4 games even after getting our full squad. Okay, so final game, and I just turn it on to show you guys a good example of why you should study the team properly. Obviously, he has Kaka over there. At least that's me assuming the worst, and seeing that he can only get 6 chem as a maximum, I went for Bruno because I knew Kaka's max control would be 92 and Bruno's would be 93, and look at it, we got it right. And even here we didn't take any risk because we didn't need to, and used our Insignia, because even if that was a team of the week Neuer, he could have probably beaten us. So yeah, that was pretty much the final game. I had almost forgot to start recording it, but then I remembered after I saw that Bruno Kaka opportunity. So now we should get the achievement that we have so hardly worked. For God's sake, did the ad really have to pop up right then? Come on. Yeah, so we worked all so hard for that achievement. We could have just made a much shorter video, but I decided I would do all of this and show you guys that this works. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead, and there you go, it's right there. Fatal 80 win season, we have completed it finally. So hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe for more such content. I will also leave a quick tips summary down in the comments below, so make sure you check that out as well for a quick refresher. But make sure you watch the whole video. I will leave that in the comments as well. I don't know what rewards we especially get because of the whole ad situation, but anyways, we have quite a few random packs and a few picks. We're gonna enjoy those for ourselves, and yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys with another video real soon. Until then, goodbye.